All right. Gonzo's season 4. I forgot what episode we're on because it's been a minute. I think we're on like 12 or 13. One of those fucking numbers, but we'll figure that out. So some news I now have a co-host. Y'all have seen her in a previous episode, but go ahead and introduce yourself anyway.
Hey, if y'all don't remember, I'm Leah or Breezy, whatever you want to call me. We here, we back at it, co-hosted with Gonzo. I'm excited. I'm
Absolutely.
excited.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm glad that you were down to co-host because I've been wanting to find a co-host for a while.
Mhm.
I just, wasn't finding the right vibe with certain guests and everything. So I feel like with you, I was like, this would be a good fit to have her help out with the podcast, also co-host, and do all that fun shit. So, here you are today.
Well, I'm honored you picked me, and I'm glad that you reached out to me. Like this, I'm very excited about this. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Hell yeah! And also, she is starting her own podcast pretty soon, so she'll be co-hosting, but also,
Hosted.
primarily hosting her own podcast. So that's
Yeah.
really cool.
I'm excited. Tap in for that.
Oh
It's
yeah.
soon in January.
So who are we bringing on today?
Her name is Anna, but she goes by Ana-Tasia. And this is one of my homegirls. I actually met her on TikTok the same way I met you. So,
Okay. So she just popped in one of your lives or something, then that was that or what?
oh, just like that.
Hell yeah. Okay. So her vibe's pretty cool.
I think so. I think she's pretty cool. I think she's gonna bring some good discussions to the table today.
Would you say her, because we have the same views on the whole relationships and vibes and shit like that. Do you feel like hers is going to be on the same wavelength, or do you feel like it's going to be a little different?
I feel like it may be on the same, kind of on the same page as us, but maybe a little bit different because she did grow up different than us. So I feel like she's gonna have different views on certain things.
She grew up
But
different, like what you mean?
I feel like we should let her explain that. I don't know if I should get into it. You know what I mean? I don't know what she wants out there, what she doesn't want.
You're right. You're right. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna send her the link, and we're gonna get her up in here. It might take a little bit. So once I go invite her, I'll be back here, and we'll just be waiting for her to come in.
All right, that sounds good.
Cool. Cool. Let's see.
All right, we just here.
All right. Can you still hear me and everything? Everything
It's
cool?
like done. Everything's good. Everything's good.
All right. Cool. So yeah, I just sent her the link. So now we're gonna play the waiting game.
All right, here we go. How long has somebody made you wait?
Yeah, man. There's been times where they haven't even showed up at all. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, yeah, I'm so set on the date, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I send out the link, and like, I'm very impatient. I'm not gonna lie to you. So like 10, 15 minutes go by, and I'm like, all right, so that's we're gonna call it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it, type of deal.
Yeah, that sucks.
You know what? This is the world of podcasting. So that's why I think it's good that you're co-hosting right now, so you can kind of see from someone who's been podcasting for a little bit on the type of stuff I go through while I'm podcasting. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And the struggles of scheduling guests, getting that shit planned out. Like it's a struggle. People don't understand it, but it's a struggle.
I believe it. I honestly believe it. But now there's two of us. If they don't show up, I feel like we got this. I feel like we can still make a good show.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But I do want you to see how it all goes down for sure.
Oh yeah, of course.
Tell you when I first started. So you're just now going to be beginning your own podcast too. You're gonna have a struggle. Maybe not so much though. It depends on what type of guests you bring on, but you might struggle a little bit finding guests. Like if you want to do like Monday through Friday, it might be a struggle to start out. I know it was a struggle for me,
I
especially.
definitely feel like it would be a struggle for sure. I feel like I'd probably want to do it like once a week.
Well,
If
I feel like for me more because when it comes to dudes that podcast, there's already like a stereotype where it's like okay, they're gonna shit talk on women and do all this shit. So
that's very true.
that's what keeps them from wanting to come on the podcast for sure.
That's true. Because I remember I felt like that. I remember I had to ask you like mad times, like you're not gonna do no weird stuff, right? Because I don't want to be on that. Because I
Yeah, no,
already
yeah, no.
experienced.
And you got to feel for it, right? It wasn't like that at all. It wasn't like I was asking you a question and I was like, "You stupid for that," you know? Like,
Exactly, exactly. It was good vibes. even if we didn't agree. But I feel like we pretty much agreed on everything. But still,
Absolutely. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people I don't like arguing. You know what I'm
me
saying?
either.
If it happens, it happens. But I'm not gonna look for it. I'm not gonna be like, all right, let's start an argument right here. Let's give them a show type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the same way.
I want motherfuckers to really give some good shit in. You know what I'm saying? Really talk about this topic in a cordial manner.
Right. I feel like I'm like that. I feel like I like to talk to people in a cordial manner. However, I feel like maybe my tone gets, confused by people sometimes. Like maybe I come off a little too harsh, but I feel like I'm being nice and I feel like I'm
Yeah.
being genuine.
Which I forgot if it was you or another guest where someone like watched my shit were like, damn, it sounds like she's yelling at you. And I'm like, nah, she's just expressing her shit. Like
I'm
she's just talking
fucking
about
dead.
it.
You just get passionate though. Like sometimes you just gotta get loud so people can feel it too.
Oh yeah. And I feel like with this topic, I can feel like you're definitely gonna get very passionate, just like the last episode. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. I was talking about this all day to my coworkers, and I'm just talking to them about it. I was getting angry. They're like, "Yo, relax." And I'm like, "Yo, I'm sorry. You're right. I gotta relax because I get a little too passionate about this."
What were you talking to coworkers about? Like what brought it up?
Because I was telling them how I was co-hosting with you, and they were like, "Oh, what's the podcast about?" And I was like, "Relationships." And I was like, "And I'm really happy about this because I love this topic. I can talk about this topic for fucking ever."
Yeah.
And then we just like started talking about relationships a little bit, and I was just like, I hate men, like, and they were like, what did they ever do to you? And we're just getting into it, and the more I explain it, the more angry I get. But he was one of those guys that was like very understanding of a woman's perspective, so I couldn't get too angry.
Yeah.
But like, to the guys that don't get it or just like to challenge what I'm saying, as if what I'm saying is invalid, is just ugh.
Which I can sit here and say I understand where females come from because I do. But when they say I hate men, I want them to elaborate on that as to why they say they hate men because not all men are the same, not all females are the same. True. So I always think it's interesting when they say I hate men because it's like, so you're categorizing every man in a circle and you hate every single one of them is what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now I definitely feel you. My coworker was saying that to me too, and I feel like yeah, not all men are the same, not all females are the same, but like deep down in their roots, they have the same thoughts. And it's just, in my opinion, a matter of time before a male acts on it. I feel like males cannot like stop themselves versus a female. Like they have more control.
So just to clarify, her Instagram was Anna and then the dash Tasia?
Yeah.
Okay, I got the right one. Okay. So she taking a little bit. I don't know if she's busy right now.
If I swipe up out of this, is it gonna fuck up? Because I'm using the desktop version.
Yeah, no, you're good. I swiped out of it and I was
all right, let me see.
Yeah, all it does is make your camera dark. That's all.
Okay. Just make that sure. I was just talking to her though on the phone. She was getting ready, so.
She's getting all the makeup and everything all good and ready.
You know how it goes.
So am I gonna be the only one getting some drinking or what? What's going on here?
I don't got no drinky drinks on me, but I do got a little Nick stick on me. If that makes you feel any better.
I got the Nick stick too. Have you seen these ones before?
Never in my life. Have you seen these ones before?
Yeah, I see a lot of people with those.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever seen this.
I see a lot of people with these and with those.
Really?
Where I'm at, there's a lot of Nick heads.
And where are you at again?
El Paso, Texas.
Oh, you're Texas. Wait a second. Where's El Paso? Because you're 3 hours behind me.
3 hours behind you, so I'm on Mountain Time. Wait, are you on the East Coast?
Yeah.
So that's 2 hours behind you.
But okay, wait, you might be right. You might be right.
So yeah, Mountain Time, we're 2 hours ahead of like Cali time, Pacific time, 2 hours behind East Coast time. And I'm used to East Coast time because I used to live in Maryland, in that area.
Oh, bro, okay. Nah, that's a little like time zones confuse me so much. It actually makes more sense. Because I thought it was 3, not 4, and I just recently found out there was 4. Well, at least in America, and I'm just like confused.
There's like Midwest time or some shit, which is a little different.
It's
Some
too.
weird shit like that. But the three main ones is Pacific time, Mountain time, and East Coast time.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew this though. Fun fact: Florida has two time zones.
What? I thought there was all East because it's.
I thought so too. I thought so too. But I have friends in the military and they were in Pensacola and they were like, no, we're an hour behind you. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're in Florida. And they're like,
Yeah.
no, it's actually considered a different time zone. Makes no sense to me. But
Speaking of that, I did see an old pic of you using the uniform.
yeah, I was in the army.
Like you were in, and then you did your time and got out, type of shit, or what?
I wish I did my time. I feel like it would sound so much better if I said that, but no, I got injured, so I got out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Military.
But I'm still a vet.
Like I'm an athletic individual, but military not for me. No,
I
no.
feel you.
I hear
I
all the
feel
bullshit
like
homies go through. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
the food wasn't the worst thing. The worst part about the food was like the MREs, like the food in the bags. But like physically, I think super easy. Mentally is where they got me, and low key, like my personal experience, I felt like they were racist, just like a tad bit. And I just don't like how higher ups demand respect from you and don't give any type of respect. And I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. I don't care how many
That's what
contracts
my
you
homies say.
sign. I'm not.
That's what my homies say. They say like their leadership, they like take what is it, the rank? They say they take their rank for granted, and like they use that. And she's in. Hold up, let's go ahead and invite her in. There we go.
Hey.
Tasia, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? It's Ana-Tasia, but
Hey, oh, my fault. My fault.
can
I thought
You
too.
know, what happened?
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly. Cool,
But
cool,
hey,
cool. Yeah, we already asked that. So, um, yeah. So today's topic is relationships and vibes. I don't know how do you feel about that topic? I just want to throw that out there.
relationship. So I think I'm well equipped to know a lot about it. So
Okay, okay. So what are your overall thoughts on it for this generation?
I think that if you're not mature enough or have the ability to compromise or have great communication and understanding, then I think a lot of people need to chill out on that for now.
Okay, I agree with that. I mean, do you feel like a lot of people? I mean, in our generation, do you feel like a lot of them are mature enough, and do you feel like a lot of them aren't? Depending on who you're around.
Huh?
Like based off who you're around, like the type of people you're around, like the
I
mature now.
no. I feel like a lot of people just don't know how to compromise on feelings of certain things. Like they don't know how to have effective communication. A lot of people just are just so equipped with social media that they just go back and forth. Like they just think there's too many options. So like people will drop somebody in a second for something that's really small. Getting about it.
Okay. Are you saying that's from both genders?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I just wanted to clarify because some people are like men do this shit. I hate men because they do this shit, and then
think
you got dudes that are like females do this shit, so I can't fuck with females like that. You know what I mean? So
girls do a lot of the same thing as men do, and they always say like just act like a dude.
you
But
said act like a dude.
yeah, it's the way that people ever learn to talk about things. Like they just like, oh, they did this, like I'm gonna do this back. But instead of like realizing like there's you gotta find somebody else, bro. There's no need to like go down to where they're at or just be a dog like they. So
So I see that a lot with cheating. That back and forth bullshit. I see that a lot with cheating the
getting your
most out of anything. Like if the communication's out the window, cool, that's one problem. But the cheating bullshit, I see that as a back and forth thing too often.
yeah.
And the boasting about that cheating shit on social media is like insane to me. Like, oh
No,
yeah, I just got cheated on. What about you? Like, what?
oh, I thought you was talking about like the city boy shit.
That's not
What city
even.
boy shit?
You said what?
What city boy shit?
You
Oh,
know, like when dudes be posting like city boys up or some shit when they
Oh
like
yeah,
play a
city
female
girls
or they
always out though.
right now.
and then now there's a city girls up type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, they're countering each other, so they all got their little groups and shit now. Social media, I feel like social media ruins it the most. You agree?
Yeah, I excessively agree. There's no way to like people can't be happy with what they got, so they just are so quick to drop everything, and like especially when like they don't want to talk about anything anymore. So it's
Yeah.
just, oh, I could just find somebody else tomorrow. I'm like, okay, but do you think that Other would have done that, or do you just? I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's different.
So what you're saying? You feel like if you xed out the internet, you know what I'm saying, social media, all that shit, you just took that shit away, relationships would just prosper from there.
I think that yes and no. I think that people would are it's really good to be able to find somebody that's not in like the direct where you are at. So I think you have to like leave where you're from to get a better understanding of the world. I think social media makes that easier, but it also makes it way harder to just stick with what you have and work on it. And it makes people have like a weird perception of what real life should be, even when
Okay.
it comes or um, getting used to something. Like they just start so quick to drop something. Like something's not working out, they're so just quick to just go to something. It's just the attention.
I feel that. You agree with that, my
No,
co-host?
no, that was actually a really good point. I never even thought about it like that, like the attention span thing. But that's very true. Like people are so quick to just be like, "Oh, this isn't working. Fuck it, I'm gonna drop it and try something else." Shit, I am quick to do that. Like if something's not working, I'm gonna drop it and go to something else. I'm not about to sit here and lie. Like I'll be doing that too. So that's a really good point you brought up there. Shit, maybe I should stay on TikTok a little bit.
No, but see, that's something
TikTok, so many other things though. One second.
but see, that's something I respect of you is that you're like, I admit it. Like I do that. A lot of people don't admit that shit. They'll never admit their faults. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's the issue. I feel like you need to be able to take accountability and be able to admit that you're wrong before you can even start calling people out for anything. Like you need to take accountability first, and that's I feel like that's key.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like when it comes with the communication though, like don't be afraid to say what you think your red flags are. I think
Yeah,
the red flag, green flag bullshit, I think that's bullshit. I
you
really
do.
think because I feel like if that person can't tolerate what you're bad at or your bad traits are, cool. You know, there's plenty of people out there for you.
Mm,
But if you're not afraid to say it and they're willing to tolerate that, then cool. You just communicated that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
very true.
But a lot of people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? A
Right.
lot of people look at the wrong fucking things. I feel like the main thing, and I really hate saying that, and I remember saying it on our podcast before, is the fucking zodiac signs. That shit is ridiculous.
Some people take it too far.
Ridiculous.
Some people take it way too far.
Yeah.
Like, no, his big three is this. I will never. I can't. My dad's an Aquarius. No. Like,
I feel like
um,
that's when it just gets corny. It's like it's cool. Like on my social media, like I have my zodiac sign, but it's like that's not
Yeah, yeah.
body. That's just not like I don't know. I don't
But
know.
see, like, I feel like you use it for like fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
Yeah,
to fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's for fun. Like, you want to ask people, and oh, you want
yeah.
to joke around with them. You know, cool. But
But it's
people literally believe in that shit.
base their whole life on that shit.
Like, if their zodiac sign is like the opposite of a Scorpio or some shit, they're like, no, I can't fuck with any Scorpio at all.
Mm-hmm.
And they
different.
so they could be vibing with someone out there, you know, having a good vibe, good conversation, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's going in. And once they find out they're a Scorpio, they're gonna X them out automatically.
Mm-hmm.
That is our generation.
I mean, I feel like I'm kind of like that when it comes to Libras. No offense to any of the Libras out there, but I'm just very much anti-Libra. But if you tell me you're a Libra, I'm not gonna sit here and just like shun you and never talk to you. But I'm just gonna like keep my guard up with you because there's something about Libras that I just can't vibe with.
Well, see, that's understandable. Like maybe a lot of Libras you met were on some fuck shit, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that allows you to keep your guard up. But to just X them out and be like, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm not giving you a
I do
chance.
be thinking about it though. I do be thinking.
At least y'all didn't say nothing about Aquarius. I mean, I think we're on a good page now.
no, we just talked about the moons and shit like that. But I'm an Aquarius moon. That's all I
See, I
know.
don't understand that shit either. The moon sign, the Venus sign, Jupiter sign. What the hell is that shit?
I don't know. I just know your Venus, whatever it is the way you love. Because Venus.
The way you love. So
Yeah.
if you're like an affectionate, cuddly type of person, what would the Venus be?
I don't.
Yeah.
So I don't
See, that's
know.
your chart and all that. I don't. I've only ever seen like the first. I think top three. Mine's like Virgo, Aquarius, Virgo.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, period. Mine is Virgo, Scorpio, Taurus.
Mine
Everybody.
is Aquarius, and that's all I know. And I tell people Aquaman, just fuck with him. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go. I fuck with that one.
Aquaman, yeah. I always hate when people ask me that though, because I always feel like when they ask me, they finna judge me. I don't know if that's just you guys, but like I feel like I'm gonna get judged when they ask my zodiac sign.
No, Virgos get judged OD though. It's always like, oh my god, you're a Virgo. At least you're not a male Virgo, and it's still like,
What's up with the male Virgo?
They're not shit. They're not shit. And I feel like I can talk about this because my little brother's a Virgo and he is not shit. Like, Like, it's just, I feel like they feel like they're super entitled to everything. And it's like, you're not. Like, you're just a regular person, just like everybody else. Relax. You're not that guy. You're not him. Chill.
I feel like that's a light skin thing though.
You think so?
Yeah, real confident, entitled. Look, I'm gonna break it down, right? So we all know when I say light skins, y'all
yeah,
think of like mixed black and white.
yeah.
But there's light skinned Latinos too. I mean, I myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm a lighter skinned Latino.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we kind of have the same in common, just not as OD, if that makes sense. Like, I'll look at myself in the mirror and make sure I'm good, do all that shit 24/7, right? But I won't do the same shit that a light skinned dude does, you know, with that whole cheating and shit, fucking around with multiple females. I did that in high school and then I kind of got over that. But
See,
for
that's
them,
what I'm saying. So people do it all the time.
but I'm saying, like, for them, they keep that shit going. So a lot of my light skinned homies, at least, they keep that shit going.
I got a question for you. Do you
Yeah.
believe that once a cheater, always a cheater?
Nah.
No.
I feel like, okay, I see why you say that. I see why you say that. But I feel like if you grow, you could grow out of it. You know?
Yeah.
I'm a perfect example of someone who grew out of that type of shit.
Okay.
But I feel like other people have it. You know what I mean? I
feel
like
you don't feel like if you ever got like temptation that you wouldn't fold?
No.
I feel like with everyone you're gonna have at least some temptations, but it's all about your self control.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To stop yourself. And like that goes back to, you know, if you guys see an attractive person, you're gonna look.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. You're gonna look. You're not gonna be like, I'm not gonna look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna look, but it's up to you whether you act on it or not. You know what I'm saying?
True. I feel like men cannot control themselves at all. Like,
I mean, there's a lot of dudes that can't. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I believe that. But then there's also a lot of dudes that can. You know, that matured more than the rest type of deal. And that's the thing with females. Like, some females can't control themselves, and some are more mature than others. You know. But I feel like based off what I've seen, what I've been through, type of deal, I went through a lot of petty type relationships. You know, going through my school life and everything. So I feel like I don't want to put the blame on that, but I feel like that's what kind of allowed me to go down that path of fucking around, having fun, and then later on going out of it type of deal.
But do you think that's like the same thing as girls say, like a dude gets hurt in like 5th grade and then like continues to act a certain way?
That's a little ridiculous because, you know, that's 5th grade. Like, come on.
But they be saying it for real, like if it's valid.
They most definitely do.
I had my first ever kiss in 1st grade, but I don't really count that as like a relationship type kid. It's just some little kid bullshit, you know?
But I also don't count like 10th grade and under relationships. I don't think that.
No?
I don't.
I think do.
Enough,
I say I do.
No. I do, just because I was with them for a long time.
If you had a relationship and then you're like 16, I don't think that's a relationship.
So what makes you say that? Is it just because like you don't feel like they're mature, or like
there's no actual life like things happening for you to have that big of like a argument, or that for you to feel like grow as a person? I feel like you're kids, so there's not much of the outlook of like, oh, we're working now, we're paying bills now, we're gonna have to like we go on vacation together, like setting up your life, because I feel like a relationship is a partner, like your life partner. So
okay.
I feel like it's not taking it seriously when you're younger.
But there's also different types. You know, there's the puppy love relationships, which is like, you know, a typical high school relationship.
Yeah.
So I would still count those because you're still learning, if that makes sense. You're still learning how a relationship goes and how you should act and how your partner should act, or whoever you're with should act. You know, I had a job when I was a sophomore, so I mean, I wasn't really working for like my significant other at the time, but I was, you know, trying to stack my shit up at the time. So I see your point. I see your point a little bit.
Stop it. What about like those relationships that they're like 16 and been together since forever? Like
Yeah, that's different because I feel like that's when you see each other like grow and you're still together. It just depends on how long it is. That's
Got you. Okay.
I feel like it depends on like a lot how long it is because you can't just be together for like 6 months in like high school and you only see each other in school and like basketball games and stuff like that rather than like
You don't think that's a love story though?
Love
I
and
feel like
basketball.
Right?
get older together. If you're young, then I just feel like yeah, that's cute. Like that's like you're learning that to like somebody, but I feel like you learn a lot of your insecurities in school. So it's like you're learning and then you actually set up for a real like stable relationship. Like stable, good, like serious.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I can see where you're coming from.
We also got to understand we're out of high school and it's changed completely.
Yeah.
So we got to understand that they probably aren't even getting into, at least mine wasn't. They're not getting into relationships no more. They just having fun.
Bro, they are grown. These little kids are grown.
They have kids by the time they 15, bro. Like shit.
It's crazy. I hate it. I blame social media.
I can tell you most of the people I graduated with already had like multiple kids.
Yes. Oh my
God. Or they're married.
And I see another kid with a girl that's younger than me with a baby, and I'm like,
bro, literally.
Okay.
And they haven't left the city. They're in the same spot.
Same city.
I still living with their parents, and they have multiple kids.
Mm-hmm. I know somebody. God bless their soul. I know somebody that was like, they were like, "Why are you having a kid?" And their response was, "Because everybody else is doing it." What do you mean? No. What do you mean? Why would you say that? Like, that doesn't even make sense. But like, this is real life. Like, people really think like this.
That's so.
I lost some brain cells listening to that shit.
Me too.
You ever heard that term, delusional?
Yeah.
That's
I'll make jokes about it on my text. I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm so delulu." Like this just. But I hope people think it's a joke. I hope people leave it as a joke. Please.
I'm sure some people think it's a joke, and some people are like, "Bro, she's proud of that." Like, no, there's definitely people that joke about it, and I'm just kind of like, it's funny, but like, are you sure you're not? Like, you know, what you up to right now? You know,
for real. It is insane.
And then, like you said, social media. Let's take TikTok for example. You know how many fucking TikTok relationships there are?
Oh my god, yeah. People that start like pages off their relationships and they tell their whole relationship business to the entire internet.
And these motherfuckers aren't even in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
A long distance relationship on TikTok.
No, I don't get it.
How do people do that shit?
Long distance, but I don't think for content.
I was about to say probably for just content, honestly, because there's no way. Like, long distance is cute for like the first 3 months. After that, it's like, this is not fun anymore.
I'm about to say, for someone that loves like I do, you know what I'm saying, like that likes to cuddle and get off, you know what I'm saying, get close, that's not good. No. Exactly. After, you said after 3 months, I'm gonna be like, bro, this is a struggle.
This is dead.
You live like an hour.
You need to fly your ass out here, or we're gonna have some problems.
Right.
Me and Henry, my boyfriend, were like slightly long distance. We were like an hour apart, but you see the weekend, like I couldn't do enough. Like that's like
an hour. That's not bad at all. I'm talking about like, you know, a good 8 or more hours.
What's the farthest you would travel for someone that you fucking with?
Depends on how heavy. So like, are you saying like we've been together for a while or
locked in?
Like that? Okay, so I would say I would catch a flight. You know what I'm saying? I'd do one or the other. You know,
like every weekend type shit. Like, how far are you willing to travel every weekend?
I think I feel like it's a good 2-3 hours.
Not, I would just say not out of the country.
Not out of the country. Okay.
But it depends on y'all's budget though too. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And I'm sorry, but in this day and age, I don't think anybody's budget is good enough for every weekend.
No, but they'll act like it is.
Facts. Yeah. They're like people. That's the thing. That's another thing. People grow resentment because they just choose to have something that they cannot like keep up with, and that is like a big thing for me.
Let me ask y'all this because I stay saying shit like this, but let me ask y'all this: when you see dudes that flex their money and do all that shit on social media, what do you guys think of that?
Ew. It is the biggest turn off.
Ew and biggest turn off. I stay telling these motherfuckers that, and they still want to do it.
It's not cute, and not only that, like if you're on a date.
Attracting the wrong woman, because then I'm sorry, but they don't realize that they're not attracting anybody that's in their bracket. They're not attracting anybody that actually wants them. They just see like, oh, this dude got money. Oh, he gonna like get. I'm gonna be so honest with you. When I was younger, I was not like, I don't like people. I don't like men, anything. So when I would like talk to me and like flex money or anything like that, I'm like, that doesn't make me like you. I don't know what you can buy my friends whatever you want. You can buy me whatever I want, but that does not make me like you. But I'm really straight up with that. Other girls won't be. They will run your pocket over and over and over again until you have nothing and then they leave to somebody else.
And that still happens. That still happens to this day. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of, female influencers. I'm talking like over 20K follower type shit. And they'll still ask dudes or try to run dudes' pockets.
And they
try to still get that bread,
looking for.
But it's like, okay, I thought they got paid doing what they do. What's going on?
I think it's just spend their own money, and that's what I'm saying. That's the type of girls that guys like that attract.
Yeah. Now a lot of people don't date a lot this day and age, which is unfortunate as fuck. And I feel like that's also another issue. But when a date does happen, who do y'all say pays for the date?
Whoever asks the person on the date.
I like that answer.
That's a great answer.
A great fucking.
For me, I just personally feel as if first dates, a guy should pay for it. But after that, like, okay, if a guy's paying for it, then the girl should tip. If the girl's paying for it, the guy should tip. Whoever, like she said, whoever invited the person should then pay for it. But I feel like that first initial date is on the guy. But that's just for me personally, because I'm not, the first time I'm like going on a date with somebody, I'm not asking, like, I want you to take that initiative.
I'm not asking.
I'm gonna tell you this though, with a lot of dudes, most of them don't mind the girl asking. They don't mind the female asking them on dates. It doesn't happen often, but if there was a switch around, they wouldn't mind it. A lot of them.
I
don't know
that, but I know some guys that's like they're anti that shit, like for real. Like
for real?
Like I have a friend who will literally feel disrespected if you did that. Like, and I don't get it. But
how is that disrespectful? Like,
it's just not like it. He just wants to be the provider so bad.
I feel like that's like, it makes them feel good as a person to do that. They're like, oh,
I'll be the provider, but get asked on a date.
I talk to my boyfriend about the same thing. He pays for everything, but he also understands that if I want to pay for something myself, I'm gonna do it. Like, he'll be like, "No, don't." Like, well, like, I can if I want to. He doesn't feel like but he also feels good as a person that he's the one like taking care of things. He feels good to do that, but it's not like if I would pitch in, I would pitch in, but he doesn't like force me to. He would rather me just work on my mental health and work on myself and then do what I got to do, because he knows I used to work for that. I used to take care of other things as well. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's when you say provider, people just think like every single thing, they should build everything, fix everything, but like that's just not realistic. And I don't feel like you should make yourself bigger than another person if you're in an equal relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most of my dating life, I've had to pay for shit. There's been like rare times where like the female's like, "Nah, I got it." I'm not gonna lie, I've always felt weird about that.
She likes you.
I feel like it would take a lot of getting used to in that type of situation for that to go off. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, are you that though, or would you
like who?
Wait, you said what?
Go ahead.
I said, would you feel uncomfortable if like a girl did that though?
I wouldn't feel uncomfortable. It would just be like something different. You know what I mean? Like, that's weird. That's not ordinary. You know what I'm saying?
She must like me.
I mean, she gotta if she's buying my shit. You know what I mean?
Right? That's how you know it's real.
Yeah.
What would you say? Like, are you 50-50 type of person? 80-20?
80-20 on like dating?
Like when it comes to like you guys, your finances, I guess, with your partner.
I say 50-50, and I say that because it's facts that females are better with money than dudes are. That's a fact. So I feel like if you're in a solid relationship, serious relationship, you gotta have that shit 50-50. If you're really bad with finances, bump that shit to 80-20. Make her take care of the finances. You know what I'm saying?
You mean paying, or like she takes care of it? Like you work and then like she pays all the bills. It's like 50-50 as in like effort, or 50-50 as in like money?
50-50 as in both, effort and money, But if the dude's super bad with money, like he's just a big spender type shit, quick spender, you gotta flip that to 80-20. You know what I'm saying? You work for that and have her take care of everything. Be better with the money. You know what I'm saying?
But you ever gotten in a situation where your partner couldn't, like, would you pick up the slack if your partner was like lacking in anything, or would you just
Absolutely. I feel like you got to do that as a partner. You know what I mean?
that the lack of understanding of like they could be 80-20 these days, and tomorrow it's like 50-60. This month I need you to be like 40.
Yeah, that could be an issue. That's why you got to keep that shit. You know what I'm saying? On a constant. But that's a struggle that I feel like everyone goes through. Like you look at marriages and shit. Like a lot of them struggle like that.
They definitely do.
I mean, and then as far as like the paying and shit, I agree. Whoever asks pays. But I also feel like when it comes to like a second date, let's say I asked, I paid for the first date. I ask again, are you guys saying I gotta pay for that one too? Or that can be like split? Because I've always done the split
That's
after dates.
different. You have to conversate about that before you get on the date and make it awkward.
Yeah, I don't know. Like having this conversation, maybe I feel like I'm entitled, but like I'm not paying for that shit.
I'm not. Oh, because if I didn't ask and like if
exactly, like it's like, oh, let's go here, but you pay for it. Like that makes no sense. If it was your idea, then you need to, in my opinion.
Okay, what if the dude was like, all right, let's go eat. You pick the place.
Okay, so what? I'll pick. You pay.
Damn.
50.
I don't know. Cause I like set it up. Like I'll set up things that I know I can handle. So if it was like, yo, like come over and I have a date. Like I buy everything for the picnic. I set everything out, and then we're sitting there together. I bought everything. But that's what I'm saying. If you're setting it up, if you're asking someone to do something, you better have the funds to do it. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna date somebody, you should be in the financial situation to date somebody. You should be able to take care of things, because a lot of the times it's like a girl wants to be cared for because she cares for herself. Being a girl is really, being a dude is a little less expensive than being a girl. But it's also like the difference between like communication and what you can do, and if you ask somebody to do something, you should be able to take care of it. It's the same with asking.
Y'all's makeup is expensive. Y'all's pedicures and manicures are expensive.
Yeah,
I agree.
Mm-hmm. To go back on the splitting thing real quick, I'm sorry, but I just feel like if we're splitting, I'm looking at you as a friend, as a bro, because there's no way you just ask to split this with me.
I mean, what if he didn't ask? What if he's like, yeah, we're splitting it?
I'll be like, okay, where? But watch out after this.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Is that what you're gonna do?
I'm dead, yo.
I'll be right back.
I'm pressed.
Wash my hands.
I've done that before. I still feel fucked up about it, but I kind of did it for a right reason.
What happened?
Do I feel like ghosting?
So I paid, obviously for the meal. I tried to socialize and shit, but she was one of those females that was constantly on her phone type shit. And to me, that's disrespectful. I don't know about y'all, but to me, I'm like, that's kind of disrespectful. Like, you took the time out of your day to go on this date. You agreed to go on this date. Let's give this a shot. Let's, socialize, get to know each other. I feel like with the phone in front of you, that's kind of blocking that. So after a while of that, I was like, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. And I just went straight for the door. I had my homie pick me up, and then I took off. And that was it. Left her with the bill. You said what?
You left her with the bill?
Huh?
You left her with the bill?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you gotta do shit like that, man. Like, because I feel like that's disrespect, man. Like, you gotta do shit like that.
I mean,
why she hooked the blanket like that?
Where you're coming from, but that's crazy. Like, if somebody ever did that to me, like, I would be like, my jaw would be on the floor.
Put yourself in my shoes, though. Let's say you go on a date with a dude. Dude asks you, but the dude is on his phone and he's texting other females, and you know about that. You're not gonna leave too.
Oh, okay.
You're already leaving them with the bill. You tell me you're not gonna leave.
That's different.
Okay, yeah.
That's not different. That's the same shit. That's the same situation.
Other people, you just said that they were on their phone. I would have been said, like, why are you on your phone so much? But if you knew it was other people, then that's a difference.
Okay. So what if he said, don't worry about it?
Nah, I'm sorry.
Oh, then, okay, then why?
Because that's what I was told.
Then don't worry about it. You got the bill.
That's what I got told. She said, "Don't worry about it." All right.
Oh, it needs to be context. Context was needed.
Yeah, you should have said the whole story first.
I did say that.
No, you did.
Yes, I did. I said she was on her phone. She was doing other shit, and then I did.
Yeah, you didn't say she said don't worry about it.
Oh, I had to. I gotta explain it detail by detail.
Yes.
I thought y'all would understand. Like, come on.
No, because that's just out of pocket. Like,
Okay, so there you go. That's what happened. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like she didn't say "don't worry about it" like in an aggressive way. She said like "don't worry about it," that type of way.
I don't know.
So
then I'm glad you left.
No, I'm saying like so as a dude though, like what the fuck does that even mean? If a female says "don't worry about it" like that,
what would it mean if a dude said that to a female?
If a dude said that to a female, yeah, he definitely texts another female.
I hate that. That's exactly what that meant.
Right? I feel like it'd be different situations though.
A girl was
sometimes they can be complicated.
But we know how other people think. We're not stupid. We are understanding that you would think something else, but they obviously didn't know what to say, so they said, "Oh, just don't worry about it." It says they kids don't text. If it was a mom situation or family situation, they would say it's family situation. I don't know.
What if they didn't feel comfortable saying it was a family situation?
Then I think they would be opening the doors for you to think other things, and then that's not a mature conversation. So no, I just not a like. I don't know. I'm really straightforward, so I just don't think that's that's on you. Then you made somebody else think that way. You should have realized that you're being really vague, and they don't know you.
Yeah. So you're saying I was right to walk out then, right?
Yeah. To be honest with you, yeah.
And leave her with the bill.
And leave her with the bill.
This wasn't like no recent shit. This was like high school. You know what I'm saying? So
even if
that's
it
why
was
I feel
recent,
because high school was complicated. I didn't understand how females fucking thought. You know what I'm saying? I was in high school. I was just trying to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really understand fully like how females thought, what they meant by certain shit, because it was so complicated.
Even now,
it's that complicated.
Even now, it's complicated. Yeah. But I feel like it's not as complicated as back then. Like I still kind of feel like I understand a little bit, maybe a little bit, maybe.
I feel like videos on of like girls. Oh my god, the guy. I'm like another level conversation.
You said what now?
The stuff with like what guys say about girls talk. That's a lot of white girls do not want to date guys no more. And I
what did they say?
Million. No.
Million. Oh, you're talking about like what females say or what?
Guys say on TikTok, where they're like the podcast and stuff like that with the men in it, and then they're just talking. They're like, "Oh, it's just locker room talk." I've had male friends. I know how they talk about girls.
Locker room talk. Yo, I fuck with that.
No.
That's funny as shit. I never heard it called locker room talk.
Because it was a whole segment where people were like, guys are like, it's just locker room talk. It's how guys talk about their wives and stuff like that when they're not there. I'm like, if you don't like her, leave. You're not talking bad about me behind my back.
I feel like when it comes to a marriage, though, that's more complicated. You know, I have a homie that's been in a marriage for like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they go through their ups and downs on a daily type of shit. But it's complicated for them to just separate like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's different than talking about somebody like your wife's sexual business is crazy.
Oh, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
It's crazy. Not an argument y'all had. Stuff like you don't like about her, but you never said anything about. Nah.
I can understand he talks about the arguments, but to talk about her sex life, that's a little crazy. That personal business is crazy. Arguments, like if you're trying to relate to somebody, I can understand.
Outside like advice, that's different.
Yeah. Like I could say for my homie, right? I'm also not gonna throw his name out there, but in his marriage, she don't let him go out, do anything. Like not go to restaurants, not go hang out with homies, not nothing without her thinking she's cheating.
Why? Did he cheat before?
Never. Nah,
did he? Do you know of it, or because usually girls don't act like that until there's a reason. It's the same way guys wouldn't act like that if there's a reason.
I mean, not that I know, because I'm not with the dude 24/7. But from what I see, from the type of person I see he is, nah, he's never not the type to cheat.
Has she been cheated on before?
You said what?
Has she been cheated on before?
She probably has, but I know she's cheated on him before. Like she's openly admitted that she cheated on this man.
Then that's why
openly admitted it. Like they were arguing. Like they was arguing. And she was like, she straight up said like, I fuck this dude, like I don't even care about you, I don't care about this marriage type shit, like some deep, crazy shit. Yeah.
That's how you know when they are quick to
And they
point
still together.
know they're doing something.
He
And they
better than
still together.
ew. Dude needs to leave. Pick your pants up and sit, bro. That is crazy. You
For real.
think you go
He
out just because
needs to.
you?
He
No.
needs to, but hey, divorces ain't cheap.
Yeah, but even civil. As in, like, y'all don't need a paperwork yet, but there's no way he shouldn't be allowed to go out because of your mistake. That was your
Right.
mistake on somebody else.
Like there's been times I invited him over like to watch football or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like just watch the game. And he'd be like, I would, but my wife would think I'm cheating. Well, how? Like you're gonna be with me. I'm a dude. Like
Literally, that is terrible.
No.
like I don't know how their relationship is, like when they're at home, how their arguments go, but that's just based on what he's told me. And you know, it's a little crazy. I feel like
No.
that's very toxic.
I was just about to say that. That's toxic as fuck.
Yeah. And they have 2 kids together, so that even makes it even more of a struggle for him to just go get up and leave. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully they don't act like they got beef though in front of those kids because those porkers don't deserve that.
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. You got. That's the thing. You gotta feel bad for the kids that gotta see that and go through that.
No.
Exactly. Because
Probably,
like
I'm saying with us, they stayed together for a long time, but it caused a lot of like trauma for both me and my siblings. So I think it's best to just try to figure out the best situation to leave, because
Yeah.
if something like that, then I just don't think that's the best situation to have kids involved in. You think
I
I
like,
just
feel
feel
like if you're thinking about marrying somebody, you gotta see what it's like living with them for a while. And
boyfriend,
I'm talking like 8 months, maybe even fucking more.
you've
Living
been there
with that.
a year and a half.
You say a year and a half. That's even better. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know
Live
him
with
like
them.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, live with them for a while. See how they are. You know what I'm saying? Because they say like what people don't show their true colors to what like a couple months after you're with them. Is that what it is? Is it a
And
month? Months.
3 months. 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6. Damn.
3 months is like when the honeymoon phase is up, and then like 6 months when you enter like your first big fight.
The fact that someone could hold an act for 6 months is fucking ridiculous, dude.
It's not even about like putting up an act though. It's just like in those first 3 months you're trying to put your best foot forward. Like you're trying to show your best self. Like you're still
Okay.
dating. You know what I mean? So like yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
only show you the good side. But after those 3 months, all right, I'm used to you, you're used to me. Now you're gonna start seeing a little bit of my true colors coming out and you might not like it.
Yeah. And that's a lot of mistakes people make, even in relationships. Like disregarding marriage, that's what a lot of people making mistakes. I mean, making regular dating relationships.
Hard.
But
Relationships are hard though. I feel like people shouldn't. That's why I say people should really just chill out unless they're ready. Like let's you can, like yo. I have this. So I have conversations like this with my boyfriend 24/7. I am like the biggest on like debates and stuff like that.
I
So
can tell. I can tell.
yeah, Lex already knows. No, Leah. Sorry, I call her Lex because we're social media, but
it's
Leah,
okay,
everybody does honestly. But
bro.
like how guys think and how girls think is a lot alike. So guys always think they're running one over on a girl, and like girls do the same thing. They'll be like, "Oh, this dude thinks I like him," like stuff like that. But people need to be more mature when they like start dating somebody, because people just think that like, "Oh, it's a physicality. Like there's not gonna be arguments, nothing like that. I don't want to take this too serious." When
Yeah.
relationships are hard, they're hard. There's no not making it hard. You have to have a lot of maturity to be able to communicate. You have to realize you're dating somebody else. They're not you. You
So like it's social media, it's the influence of celebrities and etc. that makes relationships hard.
but
You
I
can't
also
you can't lie. A lot of people take a lot of influence from celebrities. You know what I'm saying?
yes, but I think it's also the guys don't listen to women about what women like. They listen to other men, and that's like the biggest issue for me.
Because of the influence.
Bro said women like this, so now you're acting like this. No, ask your mother, ask your aunt, ask a random girl in the street. Would a girl like it if you did this? Ask an
Yeah.
actual, not your friend. Your bro
But
doesn't do nothing.
I'm telling you, it's the influence. It's the influence of social media and the celebrities they look up to. You know what I'm saying? Like let's talk about the rappers. A
Oh
lot of
god.
dude rappers talk about fucking bitches, getting money, doing drugs.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that is not good to have in a relationship, right? And then you got female rappers that talk about doing different things with the ding dong, you know what I'm saying? And fucking, I mean, that's the main one, to be honest with you. They don't really talk about drugs as much, but
No.
doing different things
Yeah.
with dicks. And a lot of females take that and like, okay, I could act like that now. I
They're
could
like,
be
oh, it's working for them. Let me try it. But that's just not it.
Did you
like
ever post?
example, Sexy Red. I'm not a big fan of her at all. I'm not a big fan at all.
I'm
And
not.
she promotes that. What happened?
I'm not the biggest fan. I think like her music is cool and stuff like that, but I would never say that as like real life how you're supposed to act. Like that's
Yeah,
not my music. But that's like also like it's catchy. Like yeah, I can know the song, but it's not something that like I would display as real life.
yeah. Like I'm not gonna knock the music. The music, can be cool,
Clearly,
but it's the meaning behind it. Is what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. The
Yeah.
meaning behind it. You know, shaking ass in front of dude, doing all this shit. Like, okay, you do your thing, but that's not gonna, get you far.
Exactly.
I don't know, cause some girls they want a certain type of dude, but you have to realize the way you act is what you're gonna attract. So I think
Exactly.
the thing with me, I'm really hard headed. Like I'm not with the nothing. We're gonna communicate. You have no choice but to communicate, or I'm not talking to you. You're not yelling at me. We're not having like
Yeah,
you're
I
not
fuck
gonna
with.
girls
I
and I
fuck.
don't. I'm not gonna be around a bunch of dudes and you don't know them. It's respect. You're gonna
I,
respect me. Same thing with friends. I don't let nobody talk to me any kind of way. We're done. I'll ghost, especially friendships. I'll ghost you. But a guy, I never date anybody until my boyfriend, on purpose. I don't like people. I'm not 16 anymore. I'm not doing that. We're gonna
yeah.
have a
Nah, I fuck with that. You're forcing communication. I like that because a lot of people don't do that. They
People.
will just decide not to communicate, and then that's where assumptions come in, and then they start assuming shit, and then split,
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
cheat, fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Having a kid with another person, and it turns into a mess.
You see those girls, guys that post up on their stories about like, oh, they did this, and this, and then they're back with them. Stop posting. Get
Krishan Rock and
Stop
Blueface.
posting.
God.
Bro.
Give me your
Yeah.
phone. There's no way you're posting this. You're gonna be back with them tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. It's that toxic shit, bro. It's trending right now. People like
It,
that.
uh
It's
uh
sad.
That's what I'm saying. The wrong shit is trending, and I'm telling you, that's what's influencing people. It's the
I
wrong.
agree 100%. 100%. Because there's no way, like, I'm telling you, like, people just want what they can't have, or people just want to be like what they see so bad because they think, like, it looks fun. Like, that looks like, oh my God, like, I want that. That's not the vibe. And everybody who's in these toxic ass relationships, situationships, nobody likes it. Everybody's miserable, but you stay doing it. It makes no sense. I'm
Now, what do
so,
you think? What do you think makes people stay in these toxic relationships, though?
uh
because everybody else is doing it. So it's like even if you didn't want to, you talk to the next person and they're stuck on it. So it's like you
I feel like a
can't.
lot of those times they're in these toxic relationships, but on the side they're talking to someone else. Without a doubt, they gotta be. If they're unhappy, come
Okay.
on.
But then like I don't know. I feel like this generation just so caught up on cheating and forgiving it that they just think everybody does it, and they also don't like being alone.
They see cheating and fucking around is a plus, is like a go. You know what I'm saying? It's a green flag, and it's not at all. That's fucking
They'll
terrible.
cheat on somebody, blah blah. He didn't cheat on me, and it's like, girl, the way you
Yeah,
get him, there's no way you're doing that. No, that doesn't that you can't. Being the side girl is not the type of thing you should be doing. Being the side nigga is not the type of thing you should be doing. Nothing like that. That doesn't make any sense. The same way
Facts. And
you lose them.
but that's what bothers me is they're so proud of it. They're so
yeah,
That's
proud
like
of
there's no way
being
you can
that.
be boasting about that, being happy about it. Like
yeah.
there's no way you're sitting here like, oh yeah, like oh his girlfriend is coming this weekend, but I'm with him right now. Like, do you hear you? Like, do you
And you
hear how
want
you
to fight
sound?
boy, girl,
And y'all
bye.
remember that shit where it's like I have my actual, like, this female was like, I have my actual boyfriend and I have my work boyfriend.
Yes.
That
Ooh.
shit pissed me the fuck off.
Bro, this shit pissed
Like,
me off
what the
because
fuck?
you can't now. Females can't be trusted at work because oh now it's oh you got a work boyfriend.
Like, what the
Like,
fuck is this? Work boyfriend. What the fuck?
Mm. And
Stop
it's
it.
all, I used to work in a factory, and there's a lot of Hispanic people in the factory. They will have their wife And then they'll be like, "Oh, they start with a bunch of girls at work." So this guy came up to me. He's supposed to that. But he came up to me and he was like, "Oh, your boyfriend works here." I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." And my sister-in-law. And he was like, "I have a wife, but you're pretty." Like they just continue. They will tell you.
I'm sorry, that shit's
It's so
fucked up.
true. It's so true. In the warehouse, like it's a different breed of men in there. I
Yeah,
remember.
I like how you said warehouse, because the female that I'm talking about was working in a warehouse. I think she was working in Amazon or some shit.
I'm not gonna lie. For the most part, majority of people that work in warehouses are no good. They're all bad for business. They're all like cheating or something. Like it is rare to find like good, pure people in the warehouse.
They doing some shit behind the boxes for sure.
They do. That's literally you.
Bro, I was working with this one girl, and she was telling me at her previous warehouse she was working at, there was literally a group of guys standing in a circle with one guy and one girl in there just fucking in the middle of the warehouse.
They didn't, go behind no boxes or nothing. They just wanted to go in the middle of the damn floor.
In the middle of the circle with everybody watching.
And then one thing I could say is, how does the girl feel about that? How do you
Thank you, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, where's your self-respect at?
Yes, that's another problem. Why? Where is the self-respect? What is up with you? What are you doing? They think that
it gives like the other females a really bad rep, because then it's like then guys will come and start treating like the good females like that. Like, no, don't do that.
As a dude, I'm gonna tell you what's fucked up is, let's say a dude gets caught fucking some female, he gets praised for that, but then the female doesn't. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I feel like that's both, like they're both fucked up for doing that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it shouldn't be the female getting backlash for doing that, and then the dude getting praised for that. You know what I'm saying? That's some fuck shit, in my opinion.
And I don't like the fact that if a female gets caught doing that same shit that a guy does, all of a sudden she's a slut, she's a whore. Like, that makes no sense. But what about this?
They don't say that to the dude. Like, that's
like, oh, you did your big one. Like, no, what do you mean? That doesn't make sense. I don't get the double standard.
I'm just saying, our culture is fucked when it comes to that type of shit. It's fucked.
It really is. It really is.
And I don't see it getting any better. We're not too far from 2024. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's new shit coming up. There's, more useful tools for people to just cheat even more. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a fucked world. You know what I'm saying?
Real bad. We're fucked. Honestly, if you could stay single, stay single. Enjoy your peace. Or if you can find a good relationship like she did, lock in.
If we locked in,
yeah, that's good on you. You found that for sure. Because there was a lot of unfortunate people that did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, I think women need to stop trying to steal people's boyfriends just because they are.
That's a big thing on social media.
That part, it's like that's like a trend. Like, it's popular. Like, oh yeah, I took your man, and what about it? Like, why about that? If it was so easy for you to take my man, just imagine somebody else taking him from you. Like, be for real.
Well, hey, I post him on my social media on purpose. He will be right there. If you could take him, basura, take him with you.
You did me a favor. Like, what?
They was teaching you some shit, basura. What else you know?
I know Spanish.
What else you know? You know what pinche cabrón means?
Yeah.
Okay. So they was teaching you the bad shit. Okay.
Always. That's the first thing you learn. Like,
yeah.
No, first thing. That wasn't the first thing I learned.
What'd you learn?
First thing I learned was get a chancla. My dumbass as a little kid was like, "What's that?" And I found out the way. So
I'm dead.
As soon as I heard my full name, I knew to duck. No.
What?
Oh man, who says your full name?
Yeah, my mom.
When you were in trouble? No, for real.
Damn. Grandma running in with the broomstick. That's it.
It's a wrap. Yo, my mom hit me with the broomstick one time. After she was done, I looked at that broomstick. I'm like, damn, like, you really don't love me. Like,
bro, I feel like she hit me so hard, my fucking head like permanently got misshaped.
No, for real.
What the fuck, bro?
Damn. It's crazy. I don't get it.
Growing up is
A
fun.
lot, us letting people go through a lot of shit. I'm gonna tell you,
It really do.
as kids. And I don't know about you, but for me as a kid, I grew up seeing toxic relationships from
Me
my parents, from fucking my grandparents, bro. Like it was crazy.
Me too. I feel like that's why like I get into toxic shit too, because I'm so used to that, like used to seeing that shit. But now I'm really just trying to take a break and like just focus on myself and try to fix those toxic cycles that I'm used to seeing and being in. Because the
Yeah,
only way I'm gonna get better is by being better.
that's what I
Yeah.
feel like. You know, as bad as our generation is, I feel like only our generation could fix this shit. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It starts with us. You know what I'm saying? So what are we gonna do to fix that? You know?
I feel like a lot of when it comes to dudes, I feel like they need to be stopped being crying. They need to be taught like taking care of girls. They need to be taught to take care of other men. They need to taught how to be emotional. Like
Yeah. Like being
emotions, they need to learn how to regulate them and not just get angry as the first thing to cover it up. Like even with my relationship now, I'll be like, "Yo, do you realize you're just sad right now? Do you realize that you're just disappointed? You don't have to yell. You don't have to get angry. Disappointed? Are you there's so many more emotions. You being tight does not tell me anything. Are you disappointed in me? Are you mad at me? Did I hurt your feelings? How did I hurt your feelings? Don't be like, "Oh, you fucked up, bro." Like, what is it? There's no I'm
exactly.
not best friend, so
You would be a good therapist.
everybody says that.
For
I'm
real.
Don't you agree? She'd be a good therapist.
Actually, that's what, because she'll really sit there and make you think about how you feel. And
Marriage
be like, you
counselor.
know what? I'm really
Yeah.
not even mad about that. I'm actually mad at the fact that my coworker didn't bring me a sandwich this morning, but she brought my other coworker a sandwich. You know what?
yeah,
It really had nothing to do with you. I'm sorry.
yeah, but people don't view. They just put an emotion over top because it makes them feel less vulnerable. You
Hmm.
vulnerable in your life to succeed. There's no way. It's even when you like. I'm gonna give you the example of like you are really good at painting and you don't want to show people your paintings because you're embarrassed. But like, do you think everybody else that's an artist wasn't embarrassed when they first put out their painting? You have to be vulnerable in order to get where you want to be in life. You have to. It's even
Exactly.
us. Sorry. I need to stop calling you that. People need to
No,
stop
you're
calling.
good. You're good.
Me and Leah having social media. Even like people are like, "Oh, you post on TikTok." I remember in 2020, people were making fun of people posting on TikTok, and I'm like, "Oh, but now it's cool. Put yourself out there. You're
Wait,
never gonna."
making fun of people for posting on TikTok?
Huh?
Bro, you know how many people clown me when I say, yeah, I be on TikTok, like that's my shit. People be like, TikTok, like you're for real right now, like you really post on that? Yeah, I really do. And then when they see my account, they're like, oh, okay. Maybe you was right.
Things like you can get easily be paid from TikTok. Please be for real. Mind your business. You're insecure. I'm not. You're not gonna make me feel insecure just because you are.
Exactly.
That's it. I'm not. I'm not 12. I'm good.
I feel like for me, the only way I found to get paid on TikTok was by the gifts and shit. Like if you
Me
go
too.
live battle, that's the only way I know.
Me too.
But you
Or
get.
get the new shop thing now.
You get the what?
The
I get
shop.
like videos and stuff like that on TikTok.
Oh shit, that must be new.
Nice.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
like they you put your email in your bio and you can easily get stuff like that. And even like when people do like makeup things, you can easily like tag a brand and you're doing makeup. You have to have a niche though. You have a consistent thing that you do. Like even with Leah, like she does a lot of dancing stuff. If she posted like, oh, like this is the outfit of the day kind of things, like people would send you clothing. It's like stuff like that. Do a consistent thing with makeup,
That's
hair.
true. That is very
Y'all wasn't doing that fucking AI challenge shit, were you?
Oh my god, that's so funny. But I cannot watch it.
hell
Oh,
no.
I thought you were saying you was about doing that dance. I was
No,
like,
no, 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 no.
fuck.
I'm not gonna lie though, when I see it, sometimes I'd be stuck on stupid watching it and I feel like I'm like, nah, I gotta scroll off. I gotta scroll off because this shit's embarrassing.
It's it's something. I feel like it's creepy. You know, they're just standing still, moving their body weird, and then reacting to the gifts. Like it,
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
that's some weirdo shit, in my opinion.
No, it definitely is, in my opinion. But I mean, to pick it all, she making a bag. Good for her.
yeah. I don't even know if
She
there's
got a
still
lot of hate for that too.
people that do it. To be
For
honest with you,
People always hating on Pinky doll though.
mm-hmm.
yeah, because we're
People
skinny.
always gonna hate on something, but like you don't realize like keep hating, you still getting my views up, you still watching, you're still paying for this shit. Like, for me personally, I do not care about none of that shit. Cause like at the end of the day, regardless or not, you're still supporting me though. You still took the time out of your day and watch that shit.
Same thing with Jada Pinkett Smith. She said some fucked up shit, but people was hating on it, and they were still getting her relevant.
She says fucked up shit. She does fucked up shit. People are still gonna fuck with her.
She said the hell, dog.
Leave it alone. Could you just I don't get what this girl just keeps going.
I just say that about Will Smith though. Like she said, Tupac was her real lover.
Tupac was married, was literally engaged. I don't.
She's not shit.
I don't. I like Tupac. I don't really know his business with her or whatever the fuck it was, but for her to say that was her true lover and not Will Smith was fucking crazy. And they're still married.
Ew.
It's sad that I just feel like he has no respect for himself.
Like imagine being married and your husband says some shit like that about another female. Says that she was his true lover.
That's the end of the world. How could he say that? Why would he do that?
I feel so bad. The fact, what's making him stay? Because if they've been separated for that long, he's just a good person. I feel like he doesn't want to go out. And say,
bro, he got banned. He got banned from the award shit for her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And she's still talking shit.
Exactly.
No, why he did that? You know why he did that. There's a zoom in on your face of what your face looked like after Will was laughing, and you were like,
"Yeah, she didn't like the joke. That was all it was."
And she made it anything she didn't know. I don't know. That's not my business. I don't know them, but from what this scene,
that also comes to show how sensitive our culture is, too.
Yeah, I don't know. With the stuff too, I'm not a fan. There's no way you're acting like that. You have a baby man. You're fighting over blue cheese, bro. I don't care. I'm sorry. What is there to?
And then there's Sexy Red talking about her booty hole being brown.
No, but wait, no. One thing I can say about that though, I think people need to stop. There's no way that you took a video of her getting like revenge and posted everywhere and was making fun of her vagina. That just makes no sense. I don't care. That's one thing. Yo, shut up. There's no way you're doing this. Grow up. If somebody did that to you, how would you feel? She's still
exactly.
That's insane.
Yeah, I fuck with her. She funny.
She's cool. She cool.
I feel like I could just name a celebrity and she's gonna go off.
Yeah, anything. I talk about the same things.
Who that one demonic ass female? What the hell her name?
Doja Cat.
Yeah, she knew exactly what I was talking about. Doja Cat, go.
I feel like everybody needs to get off her dick because she's been saying that she does not care, and I think you can't force somebody that doesn't know you to care. If you like her music, cool. If you don't want to listen to her anymore, cool. Just don't. I don't see the reason to keep. And I'm not watching that damn video. I don't like it. I feel like she's just doing things to get attention, and stop giving it attention if you don't want to keep doing it. She's been said she doesn't care.
You think she's really demonic, or you think that's like a front that she's doing?
Because even if she is, that's not my business. I don't know her. She can do what she wants. I'm just not condoning it. It's the same way everybody says music is demonic, but I'm not demonic. I'm not feeding into that. There's nothing to do with me.
Yeah, I may do bad shit, but I'm in the house of the Lord, so you know what I'm saying. Keep that away from me. Amen. Keep all that tarot cards, all that fucking crystal shit. No, keep it away.
I don't know. I think crystals are cute.
Tarot cards are cool. I just got a tarot reading the other day.
I like I believe in a lot of stuff, but I also believe in what I believe in. I don't really go off of everybody else's whole thought about stuff.
I'm superstitious. You know what I'm saying? So when they say they're tapping into energies and listening to the earth, I'm like, I'm good. That's not God speaking.
Very energetic, and I feel like I can feel somebody's energy from just being around them. But I feel like that's also could be the same thing as somebody that's Christian or spiritual. I always say spiritual because I can believe in some things of Christianity, but I can also believe in my own common sense of stuff. Yeah. So I may not think that you may not think zodiac signs are a big thing, but other people ride that to wherever they want. You can do what you want. That's nothing to do with me. I'm not gonna bash whatever you believe in. And for me, it's always just I believe in energies. I believe in understanding things. I believe in feeling the difference and stuff. I believe in there's bad energies. And even in my culture, we always say duppy Everybody has a duppy and everybody has a good part of them. The duppy
Yeah.
is everybody has bad and good in them. If you don't let that duppy go away, or like the ghost or whatever, you're gonna be haunted by that. You have to let somebody rest. And I feel like even when we pass away in Jamaica, we have a 2-week celebration after your death. So we have a party every single day until your funeral, and then we celebrate your life. And that's why I say, even if I passed away, I don't want anybody like just sitting there crying. No, you better have a party, celebrate the life that I lived, and
Yeah.
me as like a spirit that's passing on. Celebrate my life so I can go on. Even when like Mexico about the Aprenda, where they put like their photos and like they remember them, help them pass on. I think spirits and energies are a huge thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm not one to fuck around with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go fuck around with spirits and open doors and shit.
Yeah. I feel like you're
good. I'm not Scooby Doo. I'm not gonna do that shit.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? You got people that want to play with Ouija boards.
No. Oh my gosh.
Let's have a Ouija board date. How about you fuck off? How about that?
I'm good. I'll pass.
You could have fun with Satan your goddamn self. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
No.
I'm not doing that.
I'm going home.
I had friends like that, and I was like, no, I'm good. I'm going home.
It was always in high school too. Why the fuck in high school they wanted to do that shit?
Because that's when you're trying new things.
Let's go to the high school at night and do that. No, what the fuck wrong with you?
For real. Mm-mm.
No, I feel like people just are bored, and I'm not that bored. No, thank you. No, thanks.
I'll never be that bored. Sorry. No, thank you.
Motherfuckers having Ouija board dates. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm okay. I'm good.
The fuck?
I'm good off that. I'll pass. Hard pass.
I'm saying I don't fuck. That's why I won't even fuck with tarot cards. Like I see people doing the readings. I skip that shit. I don't want to fuck with it.
I respect it.
Yeah. It's just I don't know what it taps into. That's all. My logic with it isn't up there. So.
No, I definitely feel you. Like people can accidentally, not even knowing, put a curse on you doing shit like that too. So like.
Yeah. And then I hear stories of people doing bad shit with crystals, like, you know, coming back to relationships. Let's say a relationship didn't work out and someone knows how to fuck around with crystals. They're going to do that on that person and curse them and shit.
Yeah.
I feel like people need to stop messing with spirits that they don't know who's actually doing the bidding for them, because you don't know what happens after you die. You don't know what happens if, like, you get the karma back. I believe in karma wholeheartedly. I will never do anything back to you.
Definitely real.
The universe, that's all I got to say. You did me bad, I don't got to do nothing. They got you. It's the same way I think of my father. I'm not putting you in jail. Karma got you.
100%.
No. Like the you sitting in a box is not gonna help you learn. I want the universe to teach you a lesson. I want you to become a better person, or you get taught a lesson. That's it.
Oh yeah, no, karma definitely real. Karma comes at your ass.
It definitely does. It definitely does, and she don't miss, and she don't forget nothing.
Yeah, she don't miss. She don't fuck around.
She don't.
But doesn't mean not stupid enough to go back. The world already taught me a lesson. The world taught me a lesson with you. That's it.
I fuck with that. The world teaches you a lot of things.
It really does.
So basically, to wrap this up, right? Relationships are going on a fucking downhill, and they're gonna continue to go on a downhill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not yours. You're in a good relationship, but I'm saying like relationships in general in our culture downhill.
I feel like it will continue to go down if people don't learn about themselves and grow up. I feel like if they're gonna
AI shit, they're gonna start having AI fucking sex robots, and that's gonna make shit worse.
Yeah, and I feel like if men listen to other men about everything, everything's just gonna. If women just keep doing the same things over and over again and not learning from it, you're not gonna learn anything. You're gonna stay in the same spot in life. No one's gonna learn anything, and you should just leave each other alone.
Yeah, 100%. And it's funny because like those same toxic females are getting pissed at dudes that are traveling and finding wives in other countries. They're getting pissed at them.
I also think that you shouldn't be going out of the country, because in my country, you have to have some sort of status to get a wife. Other countries do the same thing. It's the same place here. Women, they're maybe more subservient, but those are the ones that also have no money in their country. So they don't really deal with anybody that don't have money. In other countries, men are way more strict upon. You have to have money, you have to have status, you have to have understanding. People may be subservient, but you also can't get a wife without status. So there's a difference. You can be going to another country and getting somebody that's like needs to get out of their country and needs somebody that's like able to be like a provider without them having to be there emotionally, because a lot of they don't. But if you can also find that here, but men are just looking in the wrong spot.
I think what it is like these men are trying to find like these traditional type relationships where
Yeah,
like
but
the
they're
female cooks for them, takes care of them, and then they bring home the bread type of shit, and they find that in other countries versus here. Because let's be real, that doesn't
I
really
don't
happen.
know if I agree though,
not
because
dating.
like I feel like, and maybe in other countries, like it's just females are just like gonna go with anything because like, oh, it's different. Versus like here, I feel like a traditional guy, like all these guys want to be a traditional man and want a traditional woman, but they're not doing traditional things to get a traditional woman.
Yeah,
Traditional men talk about, oh, I want to be the provider, I want to be the one, I want to be the breadwinner, while you stay home, take care of the house, take care of the kids, but then you don't want to be the provider, you don't want to take care of anything, but then you're still expecting all this other stuff from me. That makes no sense
yeah,
at all.
and that's where it gets complicated.
I think you should all have an expectation when it comes to relationships. Like with my boyfriend, I already had the expectation like you're gonna communicate with me, or we're not doing this, or I'm not doing this for you. If you, I'm like, it's one example is you don't empty your lunchbox. I'm not putting food in there. Empty it. I make you dinner. At least you can do is empty your lunchbox. It's like stuff like that. Like it's a give and take. It's like if you go out and work and all that stuff and do everything you gotta do, I should do everything I gotta do over here. I shouldn't have to ask you to do that, and you shouldn't have to ask me to do that. If you're holding your weight, another girl will meet you there. If you give somebody like it's the same thing where I say women multiply something you give them. If you give a girl like horrible communication, you're gonna see how that acts, and you're gonna call her crazy because you're not communicating well enough. You get what you give. If you give bad, you're gonna get bad. If you give no communication, no care for, no trust, no reliability, you're gonna have an extremely masculine, independent girl that's not gonna want anything from you because you can't serve her nothing.
Exactly. All these men talking about these females acting way too masculine nowadays, but all these men act hella feminine,
Yeah,
expecting a female to give them their feminine side when there's equals, like it's masculine energy and feminine energy. That's it's balanced. You can't have two females. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I
I'm
know we're
so
in 2023. I'm not
I
trying to get
call out
canceled
I
for
call
saying
out
that.
the dudes that act feminine because I don't even like seeing that shit, dude.
But
It
it's
is
just
ridiculous.
the arguments make no sense. Guys being like, "Oh, she's always questioning me," as she should. If you are not strong enough, you should be wanting to listen to somebody. Same thing with friends. It's the same thing with friends. If you're doing something wrong and I tell you that, why are you mad? I'm your friend. I'm supposed to help you build. If you don't want to build, you want to be yourself. Date a little ass girl. That's why guys want to mess with girls that are younger because they don't know. You can't
Facts.
talk to
It's
somebody that's
easy
my
to control them.
even my age, there's girls that still act like that. They're like, oh no, he can provide for me. Like he's so smart because he's older. No, ma'am. No, you're
I
just
hate
dumb.
it so fucking much. I don't get where that logic comes from. I
Doesn't make
don't
any
get it. I
no
don't get it. I like older men. Why?
because it's either daddy issues or it's also just the fact that they think they're gonna be able to take care of them more than the man in their generation can.
I honestly feel like it's because they feel like, oh my God, an older guy's giving me attention. I'm this young and he wants to talk to me. I feel like that's a lot
No,
of what it is too.
talk to a 30-year-old man. Why can't he find nobody that's his age? Huh?
Thank you, because I always say that too. Every time when I worked in warehouses and the older men would try talking to me, I'd be like, do you have a daughter? How old is she? Oh, she's my age. So how would you feel if a guy was talking to her that's your age? Oh, you
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't like that. So why are you talking to me?
You don't
Why do you
flip the script on them.
Every time. Every time.
I'm saying? But like, I don't like girls that can think. Like, no, I can't be friends with girls that also can't think because I'm gonna sit there and be like, "What are you doing? Why are you're being dumb so by association is making me feel stupid. I'm not dealing with it. No, I don't care. I'm really strict on friends. I'm really strict on relationships. I do not care. Grow up. I'm not gonna sit there while this man is dragging you through the mud for no reason. Yet you're okay with it. He cheated on you, but you're gonna talk to him again. I bet. I'm cool. I'm
Hey,
cool
I
on.
should be. In this day and age, you got to be strict on shit like that. You got to be.
But people don't like oh you stuck up or they like say like oh like but like I'm not gonna find anybody else. Why do you need to find somebody else? Why do
Right.
you need, why can't you be happy by yourself?
Exactly.
And the thing from coming from
Because they're
experience,
afraid of being alone.
but
Simple
it's also
answer.
learn it now or you're never going to learn it. You need to be careful because people will see that you have a lack of understanding, a lack of confidence, and they'll play with that. You will be played if you don't care about yourself. People can see you don't care about yourself. And that's the problem. And do it immediately. They'll be like, oh, like she'll probably fuck. Like I can bag her and then like she'll be fine. Like she'll just keep texting me, but like that's it. I'm like, no, that's why girls want to do the same thing back. But that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. You give attention. You don't talk to them. You make them feel like how they make other girls feel, and then they'll chase you. But even then, that doesn't make them stay because they feel like they just keep playing this game. Don't play a game. Literally, cut it off. And then men will realize that they can't keep acting the same way. The girls that let it happen over and over again is the reason why men still are acting the same way. The girls that still talk are the reasons that men are acting the same way. The guys that still talk to girls that are gold digging is the reason girls act the same way. You're the problem. If you don't want to be somebody, that's not the fucking problem. That is, it just makes no sense.
Well fucking said.
A fucking man.
Well fucking said. I really, you know what? A lot of people watch this and listen to that and probably not learn the fucking thing from what you said.
That's what I'm saying. You could say,
but I hope they do. I hope they do learn something from it and actually realize what the fuck they fucking up at. Because I want that to be a little educational lesson for them. You know what I'm saying? I want that to get out.
Thanks.
I want that to fucking get out.
100%.
But
wrapping this episode up. That was a good episode. I feel like you definitely had a lot to say, and I fuck with it.
Hell yeah.
You got passionate about it. That shit was funny as hell. I love it though, and I feel like you did say a lot of key points for sure.
You did. I'm definitely gonna have to go back and rewatch this because you was snapping for real.
Absolutely, and I really do feel like people watch that and learn from it. I really do. Are they? Probably not, but I hope they do.
But like girls and just you need to grow up before you start a relationship. You need to.
I feel like even I learned something from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So we'll hope that people watch it and they learn from it, learn from what they're doing wrong, and fix it. Because it's an easy fix. It's an easy fix for people. They just don't want to do it.
I mean, it definitely sounds easier than it actually is. Because like really taking the time to really be by yourself and like really focus on yourself and work on yourself is a hard journey because it is a lot of just being vulnerable with yourself. And I don't know about other people, but I don't know about me. I don't even like being vulnerable with myself. I be making my own self uncomfortable. But you got to go through those uncomfortable things to grow. So
one thing,
take something.
Find something you enjoy. Learn what you like. Learn what your favorite things are. Learn what you things you are non-negotiables are. Learn how to communicate correctly. What's your communication style? Learn how like your traumas might affect you in a relationship, and then also reflect on other people. So make sure the other person fits you well. Make sure the other person can listen to you. Make sure the other person has the same amount of care for you as you have for them. And if they don't, clips. There's no trying to fix somebody. There's also if they're not patient with you enough, you all both need to have patience. If you can't stick through with somebody, then don't date nobody. That's it. If you cannot see the flaws in you and see it in somebody else also and see what you can do to like counteract it, don't talk to nobody. Everybody has a flaw. Everyone. Everyone. I do, your mama do, your dad do, everybody does. You have to learn to deal with it. And you have to learn what you don't want to deal with before you date somebody.
Absolutely. Well fucking said. So that about wraps up that episode. Leah, what you think? Should we do the challenge thing or should we let that pass?
Nah, let's do it.
You said let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, so you ever heard of the emoji challenge?
No.
Nah. I'm gonna let you explain.
All right, so basically, well, you just say you don't know, but there was a whole challenge on TikTok where there's like a bunch of different emojis and you gotta react, like make the face or something like that.
No.
So say it's the winky emoji, you gotta do the winky face.
Oh, okay.
You know.
All right. So you see where it says Gonzo's convos, the little logo right there?
Yeah.
On the corner, that's where the emoji about to pop up.
Okay.
All right, we're just gonna do random.
She ate.
What is it? The winky face?
The one she was talking about.
What is that one?
That's my lit face. That's what it is.
Yeah, there's a. I did it. I did it in the first place. That was the first one I did.
This one? No, this one got the tongue out.
I did it.
Oh, I didn't even.
As
She
soon as
did it real quick.
Oh yeah, and then last one, possibly the easiest one.
The way her finger moved.
I know. Like she watching a scary movie. Now Leah explained what this emoji meant, but like to you, what does this emoji mean to you?
You're scared to look.
I mean,
it's just like a nah, like you're just terrified.
I mean, like in a real life situation, like what the fuck does mean?
Like, say you're texting somebody, you use that emoji. Like, in what instance are you using that emoji?
Yeah.
I would say the immediate thought I had was like they sent something risky, and then you're just like, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it, but you're looking at it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about y'all. I just see a lot of people would post this type of shit, and I feel like people use it randomly for no reason, and I'm like, all right, whatever type of deal.
Like older people emojis for no reason though.
You said you feel like older people choose emojis for no reason?
Yeah, like that was just unneeded. I don't see why you're adding a dragon to okay, see you later.
No, for real though.
That's so funny. But that about wraps up that episode. I appreciate you coming on. Me and Leah are gonna do a recap. And hell yeah, I appreciate you coming on. That was fun.
Thank you. It was nice having you.
Wait, do I press it or can you? You know what?
Yeah. She was cool.
She was cool. I knew she was gonna bring some interesting takes to this. I didn't know how passionate she was gonna get, but I'm glad that she got as passionate as she
I'm about to say, because you didn't say she's gonna be passionate or what. You said like, I think she had something to say. All right, let's see.
And I feel like she brought a lot of good things to the table today.
Yeah, she was spitting for sure.
She definitely was.
I definitely fuck with her. She knows what the fuck she's talking about.
She do.
I think she knows more about that than we fucking do. To be honest.
100%.
At least more than I do. Like I
no, definitely. She's very, I feel like, self-aware too, which is good. Like emotionally regulated, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I feel like that's a good thing to be self-aware because that's like the first step into anything. You self-aware of everything. You know, you good to go to the next step type of shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. What did you think of that episode?
I thought it was great. I thought she really had some things like the one thing she said about like TikTok and stuff and like it being like the short attention span, like that shit really made me think because I've been thinking about like how like TikTok, the short attention span thing, like how does that play a factor in my life? And then when she said that, I'm like, damn, that might be the factor that I was looking for. Like shit, but it's like a good realization. To, you know, being more self-aware and stuff, you know, and trying to work on myself and being better to not just myself but to other people around me too. So it was real cool to hear that perspective for real.
Absolutely. It was just a good episode overall. Like time flew with like we're already an hour and a half in, so it's definitely in the category of the longer episodes, which is cool. You know, I don't mind that at all.
Definitely.
But it was a good episode overall.
I'm definitely going back and watching that shit for real.
Absolutely. And U.S. codes, man, this shit was cool, man. We should have done this before. We should have done this shit before.
We should have, but it's okay. Better now than never. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Shit. We just getting started.
Exactly. We're only going up from here.
Absolutely. And so tomorrow's episode, we have Leona coming on. She's our special guest of the week.
She's the fitness influencer, right?
Yeah,
I was looking at her page, bro. She looks good. I can't wait to hear her perspective.
She put motherfuckers in the chokehold, bro. Like,
and, bro,
she's cool.
She do. I can't wait to see what she has to bring to the table tomorrow.
It's funny because I saw one of her posts. She probably won't watch this. It's funny, but I saw one of her posts, and it was like people that want to hire her as a fitness trainer. She's a fitness trainer. They want to hire her and plan to flirt with her and shit like that. And she called him out. She was like, "Don't be fucking doing that." You know what I'm saying? Good. She's like, "That's weird as shit. If you want to train. You know what I'm saying?" I was like, "Damn, she's about business."
Though, but no, that shit's annoying. Like being a female, sometimes it's like I feel like guys do not understand like their limits. Like, bro, chill.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird dudes out there. So it doesn't surprise me that they tried to hire her just to flirt with her type
no,
shit.
For real. But that's just unfortunate. Like, at least they paid. I'm hoping at least. But, like, still, that's just annoying. Like, don't waste my time.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm interested to see what she has to say for tomorrow's episode for sure.
Definitely, especially after that what you just said. Like, I know
Yeah.
she got good
Like I wonder if she's gonna be on the same page as her or around there. I don't know. But I
what?
think she was she was on it.
Nah, she definitely was. She definitely was. But
Yeah,
it was.
hell yes, she was. But shit, we're gonna go ahead and end off this episode and get ready for the one for tomorrow. Kind of excited for it. I want to see what she has to say
I'm
as a
definitely
fitness
excited.
trainer. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that wraps up our episode. And yeah, y'all go follow. Go.
Oh,
You know.
yeah, y'all can follow me. My Instagram is lee.breezy, breezy. My TikTok is leexbreezy.
Yeah.
I'd
Y'all go.
only follow back if you got pictures on your page so I can actually see your real person. So go ahead and support the channel, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. None of that no profile pic bullshit. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't like that. It gives scam. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, hell yeah. But y'all go show my co-host some love. You know, she coming on here. She doing her thing with her other podcast too.
Coming soon. I can't wait.
Hell yeah.
Can't
But
wait.
hell yeah, that wraps up our shit, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.
Peace.